It's stupid.
But look how nice is she. Pulling away from her lovely prince. It's so good. Who's filming this?
I mean, she used to be on Deal or No Deal. Look, she was on Deal or No Deal.
Yeah, that's right.
And then the wife convinces you to leave the royal family. Like, I'm out. I don't need you guys. Which is crazy because
She didn't need a crown to play queen, but Meghan Markle may have just pulled off the biggest royal illusion of all.
Oh my gosh, look at all these photos about last night. ... Thank you, Beyonce and team, for an amazing concert and a very fun date night. All love. Girl, she didn't invite you to the concert.
And crowned herself the Duchess of Deception. From carefully staged tears on podcasts to one flop brand after another, Meghan's post-palace life is spiraling into one scandal after the next. Every time she cries, the media explodes, and this time the backlash is louder than ever.
She wants all of the privileges that go along with an identity, but she doesn't want any of the responsibility. She doesn't want to do any of the work. She wants the tiara. She doesn't want the public service.
Prince Harry is clinging to what's left of his public image, while Meghan, she's hijacking headlines for all the wrong reasons. Behind those PR polished smiles and raw interviews,
Meghan's accepting all these compliments. I know I'm great, aren't I?
hides a dangerous cocktail of secrets, lawsuits, and questions that no one dares to answer. What's real? What's scripted? And what is she really hiding? Because once you hear what's coming next, you'll never look at Meghan Markle the same way again. This isn't just drama. It's a full-blown unraveling. It was meant to be Meghan Markle's big emotional comeback. A heart-to-heart with self-made mogul Jamie Kern-Lima on a soul-revealing podcast. Meghan dabbed her eyes. Her voice trembled.
Open British markets for American companies. All that Britain demands in return is that we keep these two.
No! I refuse! I'm sick of it! No, I don't want them. It's just, they are so ridiculed all over the place.
She seemed on the verge of tears as she spoke about the crushing pressure after leaving royal life. But something felt off. Where were the actual tears? Viewers picked up on it fast.
And it seems like that lady is a temptress. She's a siren. She's lured him into the rocks.
Social media tore it apart. And then, boom, a clip from the past resurfaced like a grenade. Meghan once proudly showed off how she could cry on command. Left eye, 3 seconds, she laughed. That single joke blew her entire podcast performance to pieces. Was Meghan truly heartbroken or just acting the part?
Oh my God, that hat. Oh God, he's so hot. Look at him. Isn't Prince Harry? She bagged a fox.
Even body language experts couldn't stay quiet. They flagged her stiff gestures, forced expressions, and strange timing. The conclusion? Oscar-worthy, but far from real.
Smile's a little bit over the top. And that single shoulder shrug she has, that usually indicates that person isn't very confident with their answer or their statement.
And it didn't stop there. Analysts broke down every detail. The sudden tone shifts, the perfectly placed pauses, the micro expressions that screamed rehearsed instead of raw emotion.
And she also is pretending like she's crying. We zoomed in just to see there isn't a tear.
It felt like we were watching a live script unfold, one scene at a time. And with Meghan's Hollywood background, the line between truth and performance is now paper thin. The public doesn't want a flawless princess. They want authenticity. And this, it felt straight out of a royal stage play. If Meghan truly left the royal family, why is she still signing gifts as Her Royal Highness?
Now make yourself cry. Yeah. Oh, I can do that so well. Oh my God, it's crazy. You're like, Meghan, 1 tear, left eye, go. Give me 3 seconds.
That question exploded online after a podcast photo revealed a gift basket labeled with the title she's not allowed to use. It wasn't even public, it was a private gift, making it even more shocking. Critics called it desperate, insiders whispered delusional, and even palace sources reportedly raised eyebrows. Meghan gave up the right to that title when she stepped down.
The beginning of that clip where she's like, oh my God, it's like, it's so inauthentic.
So why is she using it behind the scenes like social currency? Backlash was instant. Comment sections blew up with claims she wants the perks of royalty, minus the duty. And it sparked a bigger question. Should Meghan and Harry finally be stripped of all titles? This isn't her first title slip either. She's been spotted using royal crests, honorifics, and signing off as Duchess at private events. It's more than nostalgia. It's branding. And Meghan, she's clinging to that royal image, even if it shatters every rule in the royal book. When her podcast tanked and the Netflix hype fizzled, Meghan made another move. This time, a dreamy lifestyle brand called American Riviera Orchard, selling elegance, authenticity, and wellness. But within weeks, the fairy tale fell apart. The name clashed with existing businesses. The logo? It looked nearly identical to a Spanish town's coat of arms. Legal threats followed fast. And the launch? Totally sketchy. Products sold out in 30 minutes, but barely any existed. Fans weren't fooled. It didn't feel like a real launch. It felt like a publicity stunt. Even the vibe was strange. Influencers got jam jars with handwritten notes, but no website, no launch date, no real info, just aesthetic vibes.
Meghan, my God, you get praise every day. Getting attention every day. You gotta praise yourself on Mother's Day? Really? It's all branding. Did you notice it? It's all branding to make herself look more relatable and mother.
Critics called it a desperate rush to stay in the spotlight, not a brand built to last. Experts guessed she fast-tracked the launch to rescue her image during a wave of backlash. But instead of a comeback, Meghan delivered chaos again.
Agreement that was made did not remove the title. It restricted the way it was to be used. It was not to be used publicly. And she was giving a friend some strawberry jam that she made herself, and she wrote HRH, the Duchess of Sussex.
Her podcast promised truth and empowerment, but fans heard name-dropping and ego. Her tears felt staged. Her words, like a well-rehearsed script. Amy Kern-Lima couldn't stop praising Meghan.
Meghan Markle is now accused of breaking the agreement with the late queen after podcast revelation.
I think if somebody gives you a gift, you can say, you know, so-and-so, my friend so-and-so gave me a present. Yeah. I don't feel like she needed to show that.
Calling her presence infused with light, like she was some glowing royal figure. But social media, brutal. Viewers called it cringe, especially after that viral clip of Meghan showing off her cry on command trick resurfaced. It poured gasoline on the fire. Accusations of manipulation started flying.
With the compliments of HRH, which is Her Royal Highness, the Duchess of Sussex.
You made homemade strawberry jam. It's kind of like a doctor when you keep referring to them as doctor, like, call me Susan. You know, like, I would never refer to myself as Her Royal Highness.
Is it a bad look for Meghan to still refer to herself as a royal?
No, it's not.
There you are.
Because,
wake me up when you're done.
One moment in particular stood out. Meghan claimed she writes her kids nightly emails so they'll one day understand her love. It should have felt touching, but instead it came off staged and oddly self-centered. Critics slammed it as emotional vanity, because when everything feels rehearsed, people stop believing it's real. And Meghan's stories? Too polished. Each line felt crafted for sound bites, like a TED Talk pretending to be a raw confession. The harder she tried to be relatable, the more distant she became. And now, the palace may be done staying quiet. Royal insiders say Prince William is ready to go scorched earth. While King Charles stays hands-off, William reportedly sees Meghan and Harry's actions.
How are Prince William and his wife Kate Middleton responding?
They're done. They're done. William doesn't even want to hear Harry's name anymore. He's just kind of like, don't bring him up. We're good.
As pure betrayal. Talk behind palace doors is getting louder. It's time to strip them of.
I don't know how much longer my father has. He won't speak to me because of this security stuff. I would love reconciliation with my family. I've always, there's no point in continuing to fight anymore. As I said, life is precious.
If you are trying to reconcile with your family, if you are trying to make amends, you don't go on TV and blame them again. This is literally the last thing.
All titles for good. And the public? They agree. One recent poll showed over 97% want Meghan and Harry's royal labels gone. And if the palace acts on this...
She decided she didn't want to be a real princess because to be a real princess involves duty and responsibility, caring about other people. And so she just wanted to be a pretend princess in Hollywood, so she split her husband off from his royal family and then inked a $1 zillion deal with a bunch of media companies, and then all her projects flopped.
It'll be the royal showdown of the decade. Even Meghan's own friends reportedly feel uneasy when she still uses Her Royal Highness in private. The message is loud and clear.
This year, I had thought, you know what, American Riviera, that sounds like such a great name. It's my neighborhood, it's a nickname for Santa Barbara, but it limited me to things that were just manufactured and grown in this area. And I've been waiting for a moment to share a name that I had secured in 2022, and this is the moment. And it's called As a.
You can't leave the crown and still wave the scepter. And if Prince William gets his way, that royal door is about to be slammed shut for good. But Meghan and Harry still charging ahead with their media blitz. And with every appearance, the rift grows deeper. William, fiercely protective of the monarchy, is said to be running out of patience. If a reckoning is coming, it won't be behind closed doors.
Listen, I brought Meghan Markle, whatever her name is, to my Deal or No Deal celebrity golf tournament. She was one of my Deal or No Deal girls that were, she was a caddy for all of my celebrities.
It'll explode across headlines worldwide, and it could finally break the last symbolic link they still hold to the institution they walked away from. Meghan now faces a $10 million legal disaster. A woman from Maryland is threatening to sue her, and Netflix, over a DIY bath salt recipe shown on Meghan's show. The woman, who's diabetic, claims the ingredients, like Himalayan salt and arnica, gave her burns and ulcers. Now, she's going after Meghan, Netflix, and Archewell in what could become a courtroom storm. What was meant to be a harmless lifestyle tip is turning into a PR nightmare. Critics say Meghan overreached, again, trying to seem elegant, relatable, and expert, all at once. But this time, the backlash comes with evidence. The woman has medical records, photos, and backing from consumer watchdogs. If this case moves forward, it won't just hit Meghan. It could drag down her entire empire, Netflix, her production company, even the product suppliers. And if this explodes in court, no one in Meghan's circle is safe. For someone selling trust, Meghan's contradictions could be her downfall. She says she never Googled Harry, yet friends remember her royal obsession years before they met. She claims she didn't know royal life, but her old blog posts tell another story. Every time she speaks, the facts shift. One minute she's a victim, the next a visionary, then back to Duchess. But where's the consistency? Even loyal fans are starting to question it all. The tears, the titles, the lawsuits, the carefully timed launches. Her story keeps changing, and the puzzle pieces don't fit. She's reinvented herself so many times, it's hard to know who the real Meghan even is. Every version feels more calculated, more about image than truth. And now, as scrutiny rises and royal ties weaken, her next move could change everything. Will she step back or be forced out? Because this story is just getting started.